All right, so I always get this question. If I'm in the same market as somebody else, why is it that XYZ makes more money than me? Or a lot of people always tell me, bro, I work the same area as you do, but I don't see those types of offers. Bro, your comfort rides are paying incredible. My comfort rides don't pay that way. Or, bro, you get some really good X rides. I don't get those types of X rides. I get that a lot. A lot of people say that to me. And it makes sense, because we all are kind of looking at each other and it's like, bro, wait. When I turn on my app, I don't get those types of rides. But when you turn on yours, you do. And we all are trying to figure out like how to make more money, how to make it easier, how to do things better. And so it makes sense when you ask the question. It's like we can be in the same exact market, but one person can be making $200 every day, $300 a day, while the other person struggles to make $100. And I know this is actually where that conversation of platforms comes into play. This is also where that conversation of, you got to get a better vehicle, because if you have a better vehicle, you're going to make so much more money. But if you change your platforms, in terms of like you stop doing X, you do Comfort, or you stop doing Comfort, you do Premier, or if you stop doing Premier, you'll get better rides. And this is where that comes from, because naturally we think it's just simply about, it's just about what platforms do you have and what car do you drive. That's what you ask any Uber driver. I would say a good 99% of us think that it's all about the car. It's all about the car, and it's all about what platforms you have on. In the sense of like, you can't really get good rides on Uber X. Universally, you'll hear that you can't get good rides on X. Let's just call a spade a spade. If I told you that I got a $90 ride that was paying me, it's paying me $90, obviously. If I told you that I got a $90 ride, it's only going 50 miles, you would probably be like, that's a Premier, or that's a Comfort. There's no way that you would believe that it's an X ride. Or on the flip side, if I got, if I was getting paid $10 to go 8 miles, you would probably be like, oh yeah, that's an X ride. Because generally, most Uber drivers, most people that do this, we all think that it's about having the best vehicle. And then once you get the best vehicle, it's about having the best platform. And the best platform on terms of Uber is Premier and Premier SUV, if you're in that type of market like mine, or it's Black and Black SUV, if you're in those types of markets. And that's what we feel like you make the most money on. And yeah, it makes sense, because you're more likely to get a better ride on those platforms. Like, it makes a lot of sense. Because if you don't know, it's like, well, listen, I see that they got all of these costs, so obviously Uber has to pay them. Uber should pay them. That it makes sense. It would make the most sense that if you have a Suburban and you only doing Black SUV, then you got to be making like $600-700 a day. But that's why I kind of started it off saying that we can work the same exact market. Me and you can be in the same exact market, and I can make $200 a day easily, which is what I do. And then other people in my same exact market can struggle to make $100. This is why, or not just using myself as an example, in general, this is the reason why you can have two people literally work the same hours, same exact market. They can have the same car. But simply because they have all of the same things, they're going to make different amounts of money. And I know it doesn't make sense at first, because it's like, well, yeah, if they're in the same market, they got the same car, how is one struggling but the other one isn't? And that's what I want to kind of present to you today. A lot of people think it's the car and it's the platforms. But in reality, what it is it's the hustle, man. It's the hustle. Look, if you think that you're going to make a lot of money on Uber or Lyft or DoorDash or Amazon, if you think that you're going to get nothing but good offers all day, every ride you get, you're going to get $2 a mile, $5 a mile, $10 a mile. If you think just because you have a Suburban, the only offers you're going to get are premier offers or black offers. If you think that the only areas that you're going to work are the best areas, I'm sorry to tell you, that's not going to happen. The people that make the most money on Uber, the people that make the most money on Lyft, the people that make the most money are the people that hustle. So in today's video, I guess what I'm trying to say is what you see is what you get. So you see somebody actually making $300, $400, $500, you better believe that they had to hustle. That's just because that's the only way that you're going to make money. But it's the realistic thing in the sense of it doesn't matter at your job, at your regular job, the people that really make good money, that make above and beyond their salary, they usually do it through overtime. They usually do it through bonuses. So if you're doing that, you're obviously working more hours and you're obviously a really good employee, you know what I'm saying, to get a bonus. So everybody don't get bonuses. You know what I'm saying? So you're hustling in that aspect. The way to win at Uber and Lyft is to hustle. I'm sorry. I know everybody wants this to be an easy job. I know everybody wants this to just be, I just turn on the app and boom, I'm up $500. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen nowadays. There are a million Uber drivers, multi-millions of Uber drivers. There's a million Uber drivers just in this area. Uber doesn't need you. Fortunately, Uber doesn't need you to turn on the app and take a ride. So if you don't want to take a ride, hey, don't do it. Move on. Don't ever turn on the app. So this is the other reason why I'm saying this. It's because a lot of people complain. A lot of people complain about Uber. A lot of people complain about the rides that they get, the offers. Look, can I just tell you all, can I just be very straightforward with you? If you don't like it, don't do it. Because you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. You could be doing something way better with your time. A whole lot better. Maybe it's, going on trips with your family, spending that time traveling, spending time with your family, maybe going out, going to the mall, going to museums, or just going seeing national places. That would be so much better spent time. Or maybe it's that, you like me and you gained a couple pounds and you need to get back in the gym. Yeah. That your time would be way better spent going to the gym instead of turning on the app. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or it's like, listen, or you're one of those people where you need to meal prep. Listen, meal prep. Don't turn on the app. Meal prep, because it's going to help you save money instead of going to McDonald's, like where I'm at. So McDonald's is over there, as you can see that line. Yeah. If it'll help you save more money, and that in turn kind of gets you right, that would be better, It's just, I don't want to give this perception that this is an easy thing. And if I've given that in the past, then I'm sorry. Ain't nothing easy about making $200-300. Ain't nothing easy about it. You gotta hustle. You gotta get out here and make it work. Ain't nothing easy about it. Now it's simple because all you're doing is you picking up people. You pick up people, you drop them off. The simplest job in the world. It's monotonous almost. Especially when you start to learn the area and you start getting used to the area. It gets monotonous because you know where you're picking up people from. You know where you're dropping them off from. You kind of get a routine. Okay, I pick up people from this area, I drop them off to that area. Like, it gets monotonous in that sense. If that's all you do, you know. But it's not easy. But this is the difference. What sets a person apart, it's not even the years of experience. Like, in my case, I got 5 years of experience. But I make more money than people that have 10, 15 years of experience. I don't even know if Uber has been around for 15 years. But, I've been around. You know, I make more money sometimes than people that have 15 years of experience. Because, you know, you can be in the same exact market as someone else. You can literally drive the same type of vehicle. But what is the difference? And this is the funny thing, because if you join the Telegram group, you'll see the community that we're building. We're building a community here. So shout out to all of the men and women that are a part of the community so far. But yeah, what you'll see is that there are some killers in different types, different strategies, but they all make money. But what sets them apart from somebody else, from the newbies, what set them, well, I guess I could say it like this. When a lot of these guys came in, they weren't making money like they are today. They were struggling. Some of them. Ricardo. I'm sorry. Hey, you guys know I always got to pick on Ricardo. I love Ricardo. That's my friend. But yeah, Ricardo was struggling when he first started. You don't hear it now. If anybody's from the group, we don't hear him say he struggles anymore. This guy is pulling out $500 days, $400 days. It's like, yo, how did you, what, who? I'm just using him as an example, but like, you know, what sets him apart now from what he used to do? He's hustling. That's what's the difference. You can be in the same exact market as somebody else, but you can make way more money if you're willing to hustle. And that's what it all kind of comes down to. Your bank account reflects how hard you're willing to hustle. And I know I'm talking about Uber and Lyft. I know I'm talking about doing this gig work, but it's in reality, that's how it is when you talk about, just having a regular job. If you don't do no overtime, you ain't gonna make the overtime money. Overtime is a hustle because you get paid time and a half. That's a hustle. But now if you can't get the overtime, then yeah, I understand that. But you know what I'm saying? Or getting a second job is all about hustle. So, you know, I kind of started this video off just saying, like, what you see is what you get. If you see somebody like actually balling out, doing $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 a day, it's because they're willing to hustle. That is the secret. That is the way that you really make money in this industry. Really in any industry, but especially when you're talking about Uber Lyft. This is what will set a regular driver apart from a driver that's actually profitable. This is what sets a driver that's been able to do this consistently for years and a driver that couldn't really do it consistently for years. This is what sets the people that still are going from the people that quit. One was willing to hustle and one wasn't. And trust me, I get it. You know, it's not made. Being an Uber driver is not for everybody. Because you have to hustle. It's not made for everybody. It's not an easy job. It's a simple job, But it is not an easy job because you have to deal with the passengers in the back seat. You got to deal with the traffic because people don't know how to drive, especially if you're in South Florida. Nobody knows how to drive. It's like, yo, where did you get your driver's license at? Did you have to take? I had to take driver's ed. Did you have to take driver's ed? So you got to navigate the traffic. You got to deal with the person in the back seat. That's not easy. But the reward, because it's a job, we wouldn't do this if you wasn't getting paid. Just like any other job. The reward is you could pay your bills. The reward is the freedom that we get. The reward is you start to be able to experience new things. So, yeah, for some people it's worth it, like me. And for others, it's not worth it. So, but like I said, it's not for everybody. But yeah, with that being said, man, as you can see, I'm in this parking lot. And yeah, everybody, yeah, I'm in this parking lot, so it's time for me to get on up out of here. I don't know what's going on. Hey, just a lot of cars passing by. And yeah, y'all know, you got to be aware of your surroundings. Always be cognizant of what's going on around you. So it's a little busy, so I'm about to take off. But yeah, man, listen, I just wanted to say, if you're not a part of the Telegram group, the link is in the description. We have surpassed 100 people in the group, in the community. That's dope. Again, we are inviting everybody into the group. It is South Florida focused, biased, but one day, hopefully, we could get it to where everybody can join. What we're trying to create is a community of coworkers, a community of people, a community of drivers, so that you could talk to us, we could talk to you, that type of thing. But creating a community. But yeah, like I said, if you're not a part of the group, hit the link below. And yeah, if you got any questions or any comments, leave them down below. I am live streaming. I don't know if I'm live streaming today. I'm trying to do every other day. So check me out. Subscribe to the channel. If you're not, you'll get the notification when I go live. But yeah. All right. With that being said, man, I'm out of here. Deuces.